Good morning. I'd like to thank all of you for coming to this briefing entitled Teen Traffic Safety, an update on effective strategies to prevent highway crashes and save young lives. My name is Donna Mosh, and I'm a senior fellow at Apt Associates, a research firm that's based in Cambridge, Massachusetts. I'm fortunate to serve as the chair of the board of directors of SADD, which is Students Against Destructive Decisions. Many of you have heard of SADD or were involved in a SADD chapter during your high school years. Founded in 1981 in Massachusetts as Students Against Driving Drunk, SADD's mission and focus has broadened over the past 30 years, and we now encompass a range of destructive decisions that teens face every day. Today, there are SADD chapters in 10,000 middle and high schools across the country, working to engage and empower teens to play an active role in their own health, safety, and success. Now I'd like to sincerely thank our sponsors, and that's what's made SADD Speaks a reality. Michelle Lieber is here today from Ally Financial. Angela Patterson is here from Bridgestone. Amy Roberti is with us today from Liberty Mutual Insurance, and Michelle Anderson, representing the National Road Safety Foundation. Without these sponsors, we could not have implemented this program, and this briefing would not be happening. If I might leave you with one thought, it's that young people, empowered to help one another, are the most effective advocates we have in the campaign to protect healthy development and preserve promising lives.
For those of you, I'm supportive for two reasons. Number one is because for those of you who are active and involved in anything, especially an important issue like this, I think you deserve my support. And I look back on my own life, we all do. Everybody looks through things from their own prism. And I didn't do these kinds of things. I wasted a lot of my youth, if you want the truth, and I'm not proud of that. And I regret it. And the fact that you are trying to move the ball forward on supporting issues is incredibly admirable and deserves my support and my admiration. So for me, I just really wanted to come down and say thank you. Thank you for being involved. Thank you for being involved in an important issue. And thank you for advocating for the safety of your generation and the next generation. And thank you for working so hard on what I consider to be an important issue.
Hello, my name is Amanda Raphael, and I'm going to be a senior next year at Monarch High School in Coconut Creek, Florida. I am one of 22 high school students who are in Washington, D.C. this week to participate in SADD Speaks. SPEAK stands for Students for Policy, Education, Advocacy, and Knowledge. My fellow SPEAKs participants are in the room this morning, and all of our names, schools, and hometowns are included in your packet of information. Earlier this spring, each student applied to be part of this program, and we have spent the past few months engaged in serious online training, learning the basics about Congress and the role of federal and state government in establishing traffic safety laws. We arrived in Washington on Monday and have received more detailed advocacy training. We have met with numerous government officials and safety advocates who have helped explain the public policy process and also shared their secrets for effective advocacy. When we return home, we will use our knowledge to educate other teens. We are also making action plans to take specific steps at state level to improve teen traffic safety. Students such as the ones in the room have a powerful role to play in educating their peers about the facts related to teen driving and convincing their fellow students to wear a seatbelt, don't speed, don't drink and drive, and don't drive distracted.
I want to thank you not only for that introduction, but also SADD for doing what you do to help students make better decisions in traffic safety, and for letting us be a part of that effort today. In 2011, we had more than 3,000 teens die in motor vehicle crashes. The fatal crash rate per mile driven for teens ages 16 through 19 is nearly 3 times the rate for drivers 20 years or older. And in 2010, motor vehicle crashes were the leading cause of death among teens aged 13 to 19. These are the basic facts that we're all trying to deal with here. You see that for particularly 16 and 17-year-olds, the crash risk per million miles driven is very high, as much as 35 crashes per million miles for the young males 16 years old.
Augustine, thank you so much for that kind of introduction. I don't have a million other things I could be doing, and even if I did, there's nothing more important than being here in this room of our future leaders. The 22 folks that are part of SADD Speaks, welcome to Washington, those that aren't local, and more importantly, I wish you the best of luck in what is a very enterprising, difficult, but frankly needed step. Being able to speak from a teen perspective to the nation's leaders on how we can improve traffic safety outcomes, not frankly just for teens, clearly your cohort that you're representing, but frankly everybody. I just want to sort of elucidate one number that Adrian mentioned, which was that 10% of 16-year-olds had a blood alcohol content level of 0.08 or higher, which is illegal. Now, for teens, as well, you're not 21 yet, any alcohol presence in your system is illegal. And the scary number that we have is that in 70% of teen crashes that involved a fatality, there was alcohol presence, 0.01 or more. That means that you might not have been legally drunk in terms of to the adult level, but teens were drinking and they shouldn't be. And we have to work very hard to make sure that teens make the right decision. Shouldn't be drinking in the first place. It's against the law. Second, if you happen to make one mistake, don't compound it by then getting behind the wheel and driving. But for us, is really listening and leaning upon your leadership, your knowledge, and your voice. Capuano said it best, dudes like us, administration officials in suits talking to crowds, don't move people, don't move teens. You guys do. At NHTSA, we feel so strongly about teen driving safety that we are going to be launching a teen driving safety campaign this fall to coincide with Teen Driver Safety Week in October. It's something that the Secretary and I are going to be very, very excited to participate in and kick off and partner with you. So again, thank you so much, SADD and SADD Speaks specifically. Have a great, great week in Washington. You guys truly are the future leaders for safety, and we're so happy to have you as partners. And once again, if you needed a couple little insight and hints on how to talk to people, just come by and see me. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
First, I want to thank SADD for inviting me here to speak to you all today. I'm very honored that they chose Tennessee as a state to come and speak and give a state's perspective on teen driver safety. In Tennessee, we do have a decreasing trend of teen driver traffic crashes that have gone down tremendously since 2007 to 2011. You can see the decrease is very dramatic in those numbers, and we're hoping to continue this decrease with the work that we're doing in Tennessee. In the past, we've done a great job in our Highway Safety Office of getting out to teens, getting our messages out through traditional measures such as parental involvement and getting programs into schools. We've been very lucky to have schools and different boards across the state that allow us to come into their high schools and middle schools to share our messaging. We've established a number of chapters across the state, and we've tried to use SADD as the primary structure for coordination and sustaining youth activities within our state. And this is basically a model service learning project that flips the switch on click it or ticket, and rather than seeking to punish teens for not wearing their seatbelts, we actually recognize them for their good behavior when they're wearing their seatbelts. And we actually turn this over completely to the students. We just offer them everything they need to put this program on. They actually do pre and post surveys, or observations rather, to see how many kids are actually wearing seatbelts when they arrive to school. And then they actually have a day that they pass out tickets, which kids receive tickets for actually wearing their seatbelts, and they're eligible to win debit cards because they had their seatbelts on. And we give them dum-dums if they didn't have on seatbelts, and we give them Smarties if they actually did have them on. So again, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Wonderful students here. I'm so impressed with you guys, and I'm just loving the things that you're doing. Keep the passion going, and I'll do whatever I can to help you out. Thank you so much.
I'd like to share with you the teens' perspective on the issue. We've had a lot of adults speak, and I thought I'd tell you what I'm really here for. As the safety advocates in the room know, there are three main E's of highway safety: education, engineering, and enforcement. When it comes to the safety of teen drivers, I humbly suggest that it is essential to add at least two more E's: engagement and empowerment. This simply means that state and federal safety officials should work with teens and empower us to play an active role in promoting our safety. I know from experience that teen leaders can be a very powerful force in shaping the behavior of our fellow students. I enjoyed hearing this morning the different strategies involved in making the roads safer for teens. I'm aware that it will take many different ideas to accomplish this goal. Stronger laws, tougher law enforcement, parental engagement, and improved technology are important and essential. But it's also essential to engage and empower teens by recognizing the value of teens who speak out to help their peers make safer choices.
My name is Cash Matlock, and I'm a senior at Clarkdale High School in Meridian, Mississippi. And in closing today, I just want to give you a quick look ahead. So the Moving Ahead for Progress in the 21st Century Act, known as MAP 21, was signed into law on July 6, 2012. And thanks to our champions in Congress, such as Senator Amy Klobuchar and Congressman Michael Capuano, the law added teen traffic safety to the list of national priorities under the existing Section 402 State and Community Highway Formula Grants. Every state receives funding through this $235 million program. Recognizing that car crashes are the #1 killer of teens, we will be working over the next year to encourage states to make teen traffic safety a priority and support peer-to-peer education and prevention programs and other strategies outlined in the text of the law. The highway bill included some great examples of what states can do to empower and engage teens in this process. The list is included in your packet and includes things like working with student groups to implement traffic safety programs, providing sub-grants to schools to engage and empower more teens like the ones in the room today, and establishing a state advisory council of teen drivers to work with the Governor's Safety Office on issues related to teen safety. To put it simply, our goal is to make teens a priority in every state highway safety plan. If a state gets $5 million through the Section 402 formula grant, we want to know just how much is dedicated to the safety of teen drivers and what the plan is for improving teen safety. Honestly, I don't think this is too much to ask. Our work is just beginning. The Speaks teens in this room and our peers across the country are up to the challenge, and we look forward to working with you to save young lives. The SADD National Conference is in DC next summer, and we will be back with several hundred of our closest friends. We look forward to updating you on our progress. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. My name is Penny Wells. I'm the CEO of SADD. Thank you very much, Dr. Lund, Administrator Strickland, Mia Vickers, for coming and sharing their perspectives. Thanks to the young people for talking to you about what they are passionate about. They are out there. The teens are out there. Empower them. Engage them. They want to be used. Give them support. And they will help solve the problem.